second.
Commissioner Cater?
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Here.
Commissioner Buckley?
Here.
There's a quorum present.
As you wish, please stand for the pledge and the invocation. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father, we come before you today. We thank you for all the gifts that you bestowed on us. We thank you for the lives that you have given us. We ask that your blessing be upon all the people that are needing help this week. As we go about our business, we ask for guidance and wisdom and discernment so that we can make decisions that need to be made today. All these things we ask in your Son's name, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Consent agenda is on the board, has been published. Motion.
Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda. I'll second.
Any questions or comments at all? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We got a very short agenda today. There's 2 items. Hope you left your car engines running.
But everybody came.
Yeah. Okay. Bid opening. How many bids do you have?
One.
Got 1 bid. Brian, you want to talk about a used paper while we're doing this? What is it?
Like I say, I've been looking at options, trying to buy a self-propelled paper like it, put a bid out on it. And what we currently have now is a non-self-propelled. Basically, it hooks to the back of a dump truck and pulls it, where this type of paper would level out your road, give a much better quality ride. And I think we could do a better job of what we do laying asphalt and be more efficient and cost taxpayers in the county.
Okay. Now you'll have 1 bid.
We just have 1 bid. I would recommend that he take a look at it because just as we did on that used vehicle the other day, I asked that you inspect anything that we looked at. So if you look at this and see if it's the one you inspected and if the terms are correct, then we can come back to it later.
We
What was
may approve this bid later in this meeting.
Who was the bid from and how much?
Brian, you take a look at it and I'll get back with you. Well, do we need to know that yet if he's gonna, he may not be going?
I think you're supposed to announce
Who's
who the bid's from
Marvin
and how
Miller.
much.
Sorry, who?
Marvin Miller Paving.
Marvin Miller paying for $110,000.
Yes.
What would a new unit cost?
260,000+.
Okay. All right. So look that over, please, and make your decision if you can, if you wish. And then we'll, only got a short meeting, like I say. Update resolution, sir.
Yes, I want to update the resolution.
Would you look at the picture?
Hey. Yeah. Who is that?
Good guy. See that suit? Take a picture of that suit because I don't have any left. I threw them all away and burnt them. Except one black one that I may or may not be buried in. Anyway, this was brought up, I had a meeting and I'll be giving a report on that all week last week, from Wednesday to Friday. One of the things that was brought up was somebody from the Attorney General was there to talk about sunshine law. And our sunshine law, after I came back and looked at it, is not adequate, it's not correct, and I wanted to update it. The main thing that's not correct is, and this is no big fault, but we're losing lawsuits over it. My predecessor came up with a form saying you must fill out this form to file a sunshine request. That is not legal. They can file out a sunshine request verbally over the phone. They can file it by fax, by text, by email. As long as they show that they asked you for this information, then that kicks in the law of the sunshine law, which is the other part of this, because I don't think most of our people, we are the keeper of records. Rhonda is designated that. She doesn't contact people. There are some departments that never tell us when they have a sunshine request. I don't need the details. You can answer them, you can estimate the cost, you have to get back to them in 72 hours. We will keep you legal if you will tell us that you have one. But some of them refuse to tell us that they have one. We are responsible. I really don't want to get sued because you won't tell us that we have them on there, because I will be bringing you into that suit just for fun, so that we can all get sued together. Anyway, contact Rhonda, say you've got the sunshine request. She will say, okay, if this is not easy, we need you to find your lowest paid employee that can find out this information and how long it will take. Send that back to them within 72 hours. So not the information, but the fact that this is what it will take. then the ball is in their court. If they say, okay, that's fine, I will pay the estimated $720, fine, let's have your check, and we'll start the process. Because we've been burnt several times with hundreds of pages of materials, and then say, well, we really need it. Well, good, we're not gonna look it up and copy everything and go back and do the research. Now, when we started, I spent money on our website, and we backloaded about 12 years of minutes. So something else I found, because we've been kind of telling them, you know, this is online, this is our minutes, you can go look it up. I have to say, you can look it up, or I can have one of my people look it up for this much per hour in their look. Now, if they choose to have us look it up, we can charge them. But the purpose of, that's eliminated a lot of our sunshine requests on minutes and things, what was bought, how much it was paid for and stuff, because it's on there and they can go look it up. And people will do that. That's all. Two things. One is we eliminate that need for it to be on our farm because that's not legal. And the second, I want to make all the departments aware of that. We're the ones that are going to be getting in trouble. Keep us in the loop so that we can say, yeah, you're fine, you're doing good, you're okay. But if this person, the attorney, usually the attorney comes back and says, no, I won't do this or whatever, ask Rhonda, she'll tell you how to proceed. But then it's your job in your department to find that information that's in your department for the request. So all I ask for is a motion well, we'll just adopt the new resolution. It just doesn't contain that final part.
Is that what you want your motion to say?
Yes.
Okay,
Motion,
motion.
just make a motion to adopt a resolution on sunshine law procedure.
Updates, okay.
I make a motion, we make a resolution, give the county clerk, Kevin Engler, the permission to do the sunshine law request policy.
Second.
Questions?
I can't talk today.
All in favor of allowing this updated resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
For the record, that will be recorded.
Okay. Clarification, there's rumors flying that we paid $15 million for the bank building. Not true.
Oops.
1.5 million, as we've said many, many times. So anyway, just clarifying that. Next meeting, I told you it's a short meeting. September 30th. And next week here in this room. And after that, we have a Monday meeting.
That's right,
With,
first quarter.
first quarter.
So mark it on your calendars, so pay attention. First quarter, what is it, October, what? 6th, when that meeting will be that week.
And the start of the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
But next week is the regular Tuesday
2
meeting.
more.
2 minutes.
Okay, other business, correspondence. Other comments?
Hey, I was gonna speak, while Brian was talking, he's talked and told me about on this paver. Really, we are gonna do like small stretches. Brian, you might tell how you can order asphalt, where I don't want these, to think that we're gonna be doing major road projects. We are gonna do little stretches, mile and a half areas where we can help the county. We know we can save money, and Brian can actually order that asphalt with this type paver instead of our old drag box. If he ordered a big, like 200 tons and the drag box broke, we'd have to go get it because you already have to pay for it. Where this will make us more efficient, and we could do smaller jobs that'll be efficient.
And if you have the recommendation for the motions,
Yes.
all right, so you can do that same time.
Yeah, this is the paper I was, been in contact with, verified the same one. It's a good unit, I think exactly what we need. Doing our paving, I think it's performed like a contractor grade, what it basically is. Like we're saving several $100,000. I priced the new one was $260. Like I say, this is $110. I think it's got 600 hours on it. I physically operated it and made it. A very good machine. So I recommend that we move forward with the purchasing.
And we'll need the dollar amount.
And what was the dollar amount?
110,000.
110,000, okay. Motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the bid of $110,000 for a paver for the county, road and bridge. And also now we gathered equipment up to make a sale to try to pay for this stuff we're not using. So we're looking at ways to pay for it, with using equipment that we haven't used. So it's not just like we're going out and buying it. We have gathered up equipment, Brian has, and put it on Purple Wave where we think we can pay for most of this paper.
2 pages of single-spaced list of stuff.
Like I say, if anybody's, wondering if they want to bid on any of the items on Purple Wave, you'll be getting probably videotaped, pictures put on their website, and it goes on an auction. So I'm hoping to fund a large portion of this paper from unused and equipment that's no longer needed.
Okay. I'll second that motion.
Questions?
Well, then also, like, my job, a lot of the complaints I get is roads. So this will help, I think will help solve some of these complaints by the crews we got with this paver. I think Brian and them will do a good job of really establishing some better roads for us.
Any other comments, questions? All in favor of purchasing the papers, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Sheriff?
Did you want to recognize Dean Clerk? I just want to make sure.
Well, in keeping with the theme of keeping things short, I'll move through this pretty quick. Our weekly average on inmate population is 155. It went up a little bit. Males 131, females 24. Our yearly calls for service are at 15,360 as of this morning. And for the week, we had 417, and that is down by 15 calls over last week. So slowing down just a little bit, maybe this cooler weather. I would like to introduce and recognize Summer Bess. She is our new jail administrator. She comes to us from the Park Hills Police Department, where she's done about 24 years. She started out as a police officer, was a sergeant, a school resource officer, detective, and when she left, she was lieutenant, assisting the chief, I guess kind of as the right-hand person.
Yes.
So we're really excited to have her here and our new jail administrator and be working or running our detention center.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to say anything?
No, I just hope to make good changes for the sheriff's department. I hope to reduce liability for the county and the sheriff's office, so. Once I get in there, I'll get a good plan.
We wish you luck.
So we're excited.
Any questions for the sheriff? Yes.
Sheriff, so explain civilian corporal, what is that?
Excuse me, I still have some sinus issues. Previous administration had, and in the past, we hired nothing but commissioned deputies to work in the detention center. That pool of applicants has shrunk, and in changing, I guess, the mindset, we started hiring civilian detention officers. A lot of them were coming out of the Department of Corrections. They did not want to be a deputy, but they just still wanted to work in the detention center, so they're civilians. Most of our commissioned officers are wanting to go out and become road or patrol deputies, so they go into jail for a little bit and then they want to come out to the road. So we didn't have enough staff commissioned to be corporals, so we started looking at civilian detention officers to take on that supervisory role. So therefore, they are a civilian, but they are a supervisor equal to a corporal. They make a little less than a commissioned deputy corporal, but there again, it's just a supply and demand. And a lot, like I said, a lot of them come with a lot of experience from the Department of Corrections, where they may have held a higher rank. A civilian couldn't get kind of promoted, so that's what that means.
And that's fairly common, say Genevieve.
Yes,
other
a
counties around
lot
us
of
are doing
sheriff's
Jackson.
departments are going to that now, just because there's the supply and demand.
Well, and then Jeff, I was gonna ask you something too. The old way, I mean, it kind of created a problem if you picked to go out on the road and maybe some didn't get to go, or any kind of disturbance where they didn't like that. Where a civilian, they know they're coming there for that job.
Correct.
You don't have to worry about
They have no
if you're gonna
intention
be picked to go out
of
on the
going to
road.
the Law Enforcement Academy to become a
Right.
commission. They just want to do the detention.
So that
side.
kind of helps you. in
Yes,
one
yes,
way.
it does.
Yeah, awesome.
I also wanted to point out in our local newspaper, there's an ad from the St. Genevieve Sheriff's Department, which I don't know if you've seen it yet or not.
I've heard about it.
Okay. And hiring deputies at a much higher rate than what other counties are paying right now.
Not too much, not the jail administrator.
Yes,
You are right.
I'm aware of that.
We appreciate you putting the wrong number.
I was hoping the number in that ad was wrong as well.
No, they keep getting.
Unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah.
We just imitated social media.
Yeah.
Hit the wrong.
Well, you notice I left you clean on that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It didn't transmit well here, but other than that-
I'm sure.
And that's the problem we run into a lot of times, is that not right, Sheriff, that, you know, you give those, your guys a raise and you try to bring that up to a certain amount, and it's just like the Lowe's, Bon Terre, Park Hills, we all kept losing the employees to the sheriff's department or something else. It's just a vicious cycle. They seem to be setting the bar now, and Farmington might be doing the same thing. So,
Anybody got
sorry.
anything for sure? Well, this would be a good time to recognize Dr. Russ Daycare. I appreciate you here and welcome and glad to have you. Thank you.
All right, can I give a couple reports from things, please?
Yeah.
All right, first thing, we're doing budgeting, so I have Rhonda go out with the insurance list of cars, and we've taken care of one of my notes here, because we had a couple vehicles that have been sitting in the back lot of the barn out there for a while that are insured, and we're paying insurance for them, and nothing's climbed over the fence and hit them in the last year or so, so we're gonna get rid of those, and that will help. But we also, and you guys have gotta make a decision, if we're looking at the budget on how we're gonna possibly give anybody raises, we have to look if we do need a car, and I don't know most of these people, so it doesn't matter that we have a supervisor at the jail that has a car that takes home. We have a bailiff at the jail that takes a car home. We have a mechanic at the jail that takes the car home. We have 2 IT people. One of them's taking Farmer Buckley, taking them home with them. I understand them working on the jobs, and if they have something, emergency management, which they have to respond, but just to drive our vehicles needs to be examined. We have a circuit marshal. We also pay for her clothes, which is an interesting, but we were looking at that, and I asked her to come up with, but we've got 6 or 8 cars that you guys need to make sure that we really want them using our gas to drive back and forth home, and providing a vehicle. So that's one thing that before she gets her insurance bill, we gotta know the exact number, because it keeps going up, how many insurance, which adds to our cost. Went to our meeting last week on the county clerks, covered several things. One that you all need to know about, or your attorney that you talk with all the time, we've asked him to provide a sample ballot resolution. It has to be done by December to be put on the ballot, because it's required by law for you all to put it on the ballot on the real estate tax, on the question in this county whether it will go 0 or up to 5%. That has to be put on the ballot, and that's way like 50-something of the counties there have to put that on. So rather than all 50-something of them coming up with the ballot language, we asked them to come up with model language for you to approve. There was quite a bit of talk about real estate taxes and personal property taxes. There was 8 representatives and senators there, and I expressed to them that I thought that if they wanted to get rid of their own state personal property tax and fire people and do what they have to do, that's fine. But when they start really getting our income that we pay for roads and services and everything with, before they start getting rid of everything, that they examine that. I also talked about the tax commission. When we have counties out there that have not raised their taxes in 20 years, and we have a tax commission, there's a question I have is why not? Why have they not done that? Now, then they come out and say you have to raise them 15%, like our northern part of our county. And you need to do it, and they put in writing from the tax commission, don't worry about it, raise it all at once, because the schools will have to roll it back under the Hancock Amendment to 2.9%. And so that way, go ahead and raise it, and the most it can go up is 2.9. Then they don't roll them back. And so now, next month when the bills go out, people are going to question if we were lying or we just had bad information, which we did. And it's a problem, because we have counties around the state that defied that and said, we're not raising it at all. And they're looking great. when we were told to either raise it or have your money withheld from the state. So somebody has to answer some questions there. Who knows what's going on? And was that a lie that they can only roll it? It can only go up 2.9%? Or what the deal is? So that was talked about. The fact that this tax has to be put on the ballot, in his opinion, he doesn't think it's gonna go. I don't either. There is no provision in the law to let the individual senators decide which counties get to vote on what things. And you pointed 2 or 3 different taxing agencies that cover 2 or 3 counties that will all be under different provisions if this goes through. Even our ones up by Sunrise
Yeah.
is part, St. Francis, part, Jefferson. Jefferson's voting on a completely different issue than we are on it, and by law. And he doesn't think that's gonna pass muster, but we still under law have to run the tax. The other thing we talked about is the amortization schedule. We buy these new machines this year.
Voting machine.
Voting machines. This position is amazing to me sometimes, how we can have 110 to 115 different election authorities, and every one of them do it different, a little bit. I don't see how this is it's done, but I asked Jefferson County, I asked Cape, how do you do your amortization on your money that you charge the entities that have these elections on getting the money back on your, well, some of them don't charge anything at all. Some of them pick an amount. Jefferson County picks an amount. They charge $200 for a machine, $25 for a voting ID machine. Well, where do you come up with that? I don't know. That's what we've always charged. St. Louis County is the largest, and this seems more reasonable. They have enough money that they buy their polling pads every 5 years to keep up with the technology. We haven't done that in 15 years. So we're gonna work with the auditor and probably come up with a formula where we use about a 10-year amortization based upon average 2 elections a year, and then that cost will be divided upon how many voters you have, the way we do it now, on the cost of an election. So that Iron Mountain Lake is not paying the same cost as Farmington. So that same percentage will be used on the cost of the machine, so that we can eventually recoup all the costs of our machines. But it was interesting to go around and find out that everybody does it differently. Anyway, that's about it. Everybody's still complaining about Senate Bill 190 because that's going to be in the courts still and
Perpetually.
perpetually.
Hey, go to this.
Thank you, Kevin. I'll try to keep it along the agenda, keeping things short. Our Prairie Road Bridge is getting shorter, so that's a good thing.
The bridge is getting shorter?
No.
The top.
How
about
You scared me there.
Yeah. D&S fencing company worked Saturday and installed most of the fencing on the north side. Still more gates has to be installed on the south side of the bridge on Cherokee Landing in that area. The contractor, property owner's pipe, got where he can get, the property owner get access. They've got that installed now down on Turkey Creek. We're waiting for the paver contractor to come back in and finish the base rock and asphalt. The asphalt on the project is roughly, I think, 2,300 tons. We had an inclement weather day, I think Monday, where the contractor did not move back in to finish the fencing project. So we're looking pretty good on it so far. As far as road and bridge maintenance, we did a program with solid waste disposal. We had a grant. We completed it last week. We're in the process now, finished up the paperwork on it. We cleaned some ditch line up.
That's tires, was it?
Yes, it was tires we disposed of. Was able with the grant to clean up all 3, the jail, road and bridge, and both up at the northern barn, and any other tires we collected off from the roadways. So that helped tremendously. We cleaned up the ditch on Smith and replaced the culvert pipe on Smith. We did some riprap work on Vance Road, ditch work on Berry Road by Spacewalker. We trimmed some trees on Harris and Rock Springs. Pothole patch on Patterson and Groom. We had 5 customer concerns and had to take action on with, including dig rights. We patched a bunch of crossroad pipes on Bruni and Westover. West over had some rough issues. We installed a culvert pipe, waiting for the overlays to start back in, hopefully within a couple of weeks, starting on Patterson. Cedar Fall, we had a sinkhole in the road, ended up repairing it. We finished up our cart list, which was a pretty time-consuming project. We get with MoDOT, and we actually go through each road we got, and we have to certify it. If there's any changes, the length of it, and we have a guy from MoDOT, Joe Killian, he'll come down, take it back, make all the corrections and changes to it, brings it back to the commission, and they sign off on it, and it's certified. So this project has not been done, I think, in 15 years. So basically what this is, when it's certified, this is how MoDOT pays us for funding. So
It's the CART funds.
Cart funds, yes.
Brian, do you know how many miles you're not sure of
I
yet?
think I quoted.
389 is what you said.
Yeah, 389.
It's down a little bit.
389.
389. But, that's just been a pretty long and lengthy, the two girls, there's the office, have worked, quite a long time and effort putting into that, to make these changes, but hope we got it right, we're, good for another several years on that, so hopefully that's taken care of. We recently also cleaned up a tree across the road on College, for a call out on it, but as far as road bridge, that's basically about it.
It's interesting, you said sinkhole instead of pothole.
Yeah, well, we didn't know what it was. Like say, the resident called in and said we had a sinkhole, so I went out and looked at it, and it was. We could.
Deep, huh?
Yeah, it was. But all safe and sound what you did, I guess.
Any road and bridge questions?
Well, on the, concerning the MoDOT survey, with the assessor possibly using some sort of GIS mapping, would that assist that to verify?
It possibly could, I believe, Louis. I think that would help. Especially when we
Because-
talked about doing layers and putting stuff in there, like where we do.
Exactly.
You know, we could put layers in there and say, a contractor did this in 2017.
Right.
We could look back and we could even landmark our fence, or our post for signs, you know, and just culvert pipe replacement, bridge and small box culverts locations would be beneficial for that.
You know, I was talking yesterday to the Iron County president, and he told me that Seymour RPC does GIS work. So that would be something we could price.
We already have it.
Well, we need someone to enter the data, Bill. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So, you know, and that's what he was talking about, somebody to enter the data. So rather than hiring someone, maybe that would be the better way.
Well, what was really
Well, we-
interesting, he said 389, I think before we went off, what, 450?
Well, just over 400.
Yeah, and then I do know the previous administrator one time mentioned that we were way behind, there were 600 and such. I'd sure like to know how they come up with that, because that's three different, that's a
Yeah.
big difference.
Yeah. So, just over the years, it's been.
Yeah.
When they first started, it was just on a piece of paper, you know, written and changing and converting to these files. It's been a big undertaking.
Going back to SEMO Regional though, you know, we get charged, every county gets charged every time we need something. And what's our annual dues to them?
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what exactly do we get back in return for that?
Membership. Yeah. Okay, Brian, you wanna talk about those pictures?
The first
There's a
photo,
pointer on there. Brian, there's a pointer right here.
that first photo there is down on Turkey Creek. They had a spot in there, and it was bringing in base rock. Basically, the road started pumping, so they had the contractor dig it down about 3 feet, and I was up there with them. They call it proof rolling. So they take a loaded dump truck, and the Smith & Company was out there, so they'll actually videotape that dump truck drive on that base rock there and see if it passes. So that passed after they dug all that out, and they're ready to place the rest of that base rock in there.
Tell us what you mean by base rock.
It's basically called inch minus, or they call it type 5. But then they'll bring it in and they'll do nuclear testing, they call it density testing, to make sure that it, comes up to compaction on it. They've been running, probably a 96 to 98%. Anytime you go over that, then the rock is, you go the other way, you start breaking the rock. But that and the moisture content has been prime. He said you probably couldn't get much better than that.
You also have to break all that rock on the right, on the left side of that picture to, get that ditch in there too, and that
Yeah.
was a mess.
That, right along there, you can see, they had to create a ditch line that run down that Turkey Creek. And what they run into was several hours of rock breaking that whole bank all the way down through there. I don't know what will incur on it. And the guy that even was running the equipment on the dirt crew, you know, he's, where you start up here, you go to the top of that shelf, trying to get it where it looks right. He said it's just hard to do. And the only thing my future concerns would be, you take some of the bluffs like on 67, later down the line, if you have any of them rocks would slide down that hill or slough off later down the line. But
See
hopefully,
that heavy rain or freezing?
yeah. Like I say, right in here, this is the rock that they're placing around that, the bridge ends. They still got a little bit more of this to do, but not much. It's probably 98% completed. That's kind of more the south side on, next to Cherokee Landing. The inspector kind of told me a little story down here, that down here on this photo, right in this area, there was like a little ramp that's historical. But I guess years ago when they had the trains, they would actually come down there, fill up that water, and bring it back up for the trains, for the steam. So that's basically a historical place down there where they did that.
Don't report that until the project's finished, please.
Yeah. But like I say, the bridge there
All those,
looks good.
permits are
When are we
done.
gonna try to cross it?
We're still pushing for October.
So do we have to have this done before the bats move in or move out or whatever it is?
I'm hoping we're good.
Okay.
No, because there's no
That's
more
cutting
trees to be
That's
removed.
cutting hardwood trees, yeah.
Yeah, no more trees are to be removed. This,
Okay.
the bats are fine, they can move.
Every
in.
private individual in the world can cut an oak tree anytime it wants, but we as a government entity are limited of when we can do it. Okay.
Good question.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
You wanna talk?
Well, this was let's see, what day was it, Dave? This was the final inspection with MoDOT on the West County sidewalk over there at West County School. And this is actually standing up at the Frank Clay side. You can see that shot down through there to the corner. And I only took really 2 pictures, but this is very impressive over there when you go to their school district now. They actually, I think their cross-country team, they use it. I know the teachers told me they use a lot at lunch now walking, but the main thing is the kids have a place to walk instead of walking out in that highway. And that was the whole purpose of
There was
it,
actually
for
a whole
safety.
class of students using it when we were
Yeah,
there.
yeah, they
Something I
use
know
it,
different.
the gym uses it, they walk around, but before this was in, you literally were in the grass or out on M Highway. And, I want to thank everybody for doing that project, because this was a project through a grant that had to be in the county. Most schools are in the city limits, and Bridget actually went after this grant because it was in the county. And, you know, yeah, they cost money, but, if you drive out there and look at this, I think you'll find out this was a very good project.
How long did it
Safety.
take?
I don't know, you talked to the superintendent, he said they didn't really need it, they didn't have it before.
Well, yeah, I'm going to one of their board
Try
meetings,
them back.
Kevin, to fix that, yeah.
How long did it take?
We actually started on this 3 months after, it would be 5 years. 3 months after I was in, I started on it. Then we had COVID, and all the jobs, we bid it the first time, which had come in at 1.3 million, which we knew we couldn't do it. So we rebid it again the next year in the winter, come in at 774,000. That was around what they bid for it. So actually, it's been 5 years, and it's finally done. So Harold, did you get another picture on that?
I didn't put it up.
Okay, there's another one down in front of the schools, the other shot I took, where it's in front of the high school, the middle school, goes up to the corner. and goes to the city limits. So, if you happen to be over that way, drive by and you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is a really good project for safety.
How long was that total from Franklin all the way to Elizabeth?
You know what, I couldn't really tell you. I'm gonna say it's probably, I know it's a half mile long.
It is. If you go all the way down and then you walk all the way back, I started halfway, sorry, but I did my little tracker thing that I use, and it was 1.3, but I always started at halfway. As we were down there, I thought, oh gosh, I ought to see how long it is. But go back and forth, it's real nice.
Well, and then in the future, if you look at the poles, they're looking at maybe a light every other pole where at night it'll light up where you can use it if they wanna go out and walk, people wanna walk it.
On the left side of that picture, you see State Highway Elm. At highway speed, cars are driving it. That's where the kids were walking, that's where everything was being done, out in that street, in that road. So this gets rid of that. So it's a big safety thing.
And if you point out where the blocks are too, those concrete Lego blocks, if you will. But Carrie,
They're right here.
Adam, they got those in there, and I think our road and bridge helped place those. So I do want to thank them for that, because that's right after that bridge, and that's where the lady with the fatality that they had, that she ran off the road and hit one of their lulls. But that will help a lot from them ending up in the front of that school. So thank
Well,
you.
right now,
Thank you
one
guys for that.
of, one of Jeff had a deputy that actually was going out and watching the traffic. And right now, the only issue we had on him here is they have school signs ahead, but we've contacted the state and MoDOT, it's got it on their calendar, is back down the road towards Irondale. They're looking at putting up a flashing school zone light where, to slow the traffic down coming in from Irondale. And I haven't notified Jeff, but the deputy said he would go out there and check that. They were trying to slow the traffic coming into the school, so we're working on that right now.
Brian, thank you guys.
Today is the deadline to sign up, and please do. I was hoping Cory would be here.
Corey's over here.
Oh, she is.
No,
She's
it's
hiding.
over here.
Cory, you wanna talk
Way
about
to
that?
stand out.
Wait a second. You
Cory,
wanna talk about
talk
it
about
here?
your, sign up?
Welfare?
We met our requirement,
Oh,
so
good.
anything additional would be great.
And so where do you sign up for it?
There's a link in the email.
Okay. And it is a very good thing that we ask you to do that, so please do.
And you don't have to come get the shot. You know, if you don't want the flu shot, you don't have to get it. You can also do the biocheck with just that. So I appreciate that, because a lot of people don't want the shot, so you don't have to get it.
Okay. Any other departmental reports?
So I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second?
I was sorry.
All right.
I was looking.